The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers profound insights into the nature of happiness and fulfillment. Stoicism, developed by philosophers such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, provides a practical framework for living a virtuous and meaningful life. Central to Stoic teachings is the understanding that true happiness does not depend on external circumstances but is instead a product of our own thoughts, attitudes, and choices. This essay explores the Stoic insights on the nature of happiness and fulfillment, highlighting key principles and practices that can guide us towards a more contented and flourishing existence. 1. The dichotomy of control. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. Stoics emphasize that external events, such as wealth, fame, or the opinions of others, are beyond our control. True happiness and fulfillment, therefore, lie in focusing on what is within our sphere of influence, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. By directing our energy towards cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, and justice, Stoics believe we can find lasting happiness independent of external circumstances. 2. Virtue as the highest good. According to the Stoics, the pursuit of virtue is the path to true fulfillment. They define virtue as living in accordance with reason and the natural order of the universe. Virtuous actions are those aligned with wisdom, justice, temperance, and courage. Stoics argue that pursuing external goods, such as wealth or pleasure, can be fleeting and unreliable sources of happiness. In contrast, the cultivation of virtue leads to a more enduring and meaningful sense of fulfillment. 3. Acceptance of the present moment. Stoicism teaches the importance of accepting the present moment as it is, rather than resisting or longing for things to be different. This principle aligns with the Stoic concept of amor fati, the love of fate. By embracing the circumstances we find ourselves in, even if they are challenging or undesirable, we can find inner peace and contentment. Stoics remind us that it is not the external events themselves that disturb us but rather our judgments and reactions to them. 4. Cultivating inner tranquility. Stoicism offers various practices to cultivate inner tranquility, even in the midst of adversity. One such practice is negative visualization, which involves contemplating the impermanence of things we often take for granted. By envisioning the loss of our loved ones, material possessions, or even our own lives, we gain a deeper appreciation for what we have and develop gratitude for the present moment. This practice helps us detach from excessive desires and reduces the impact of external circumstances on our well-being. 5. The power of mindfulness. Mindfulness, or the practice of being fully present and aware, is another essential aspect of Stoic philosophy. By cultivating mindfulness, we can observe our thoughts, emotions, and reactions without becoming heavily invested in them. This allows us to respond to situations with greater clarity and equanimity. Stoics encourage the practice of self-reflection and introspection to cultivate self-awareness and develop a deeper understanding of our own values and virtues. 6. Embracing adversity as an opportunity. Stoics view adversity as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. They believe that challenges and hardships are an integral part of life and should be embraced rather than avoided. Stoicism teaches that it is through facing and overcoming obstacles that we develop strength, resilience, and wisdom. By reframing our perspective and seeing difficulties as opportunities for learning and personal development, we can find meaning and fulfillment even in the face of adversity. 7. Detachment from external outcomes. Stoics emphasize the importance of not becoming overly attached to external outcomes or seeking validation from others. They argue that our well-being should not depend on achieving specific goals or receiving external recognition. Instead, true fulfillment comes from living in alignment with our values and virtues, regardless of the outcome. Stoics encourage focusing on the process rather than fixating on the end result, recognizing that we have control over our efforts but not necessarily the outcomes. Stoicism provides valuable insights into the nature of happiness and fulfillment, offering a practical philosophy for navigating life's challenges with wisdom, resilience, and inner peace. By embracing the dichotomy of control, cultivating virtue, accepting the present moment, practicing mindfulness, and viewing adversity as an opportunity, we can embark on a path towards genuine happiness and fulfillment. Stoic teachings remind us that true well-being lies within our own thoughts, attitudes, and actions, empowering us to lead a more virtuous and meaningful existence. Certainly, Stoics view adversity as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. They believe that challenges and hardships are an integral part of life and should be embraced rather than avoided. Here is an example that illustrates how Stoics approach adversity. Imagine a Stoic philosopher who has dedicated years to studying and practicing the philosophy. One day, a personal tragedy strikes, and they lose all their possessions in a fire. While it is natural to feel devastated and overwhelmed by such a loss, the Stoic philosopher sees this adversity as an opportunity for growth. Instead of succumbing to despair or dwelling on what has been lost, the Stoic philosopher chooses to reframe their perspective. They recognize that the fire was beyond their control and that material possessions are ultimately external and impermanent. With this understanding, they focus on the virtues they have cultivated through their years of practice, resilience, wisdom, and inner strength. The Stoic philosopher sees the adversity as a test of their character and an opportunity to put their philosophy into action. They approach the situation with equanimity, accepting what has happened and refusing to be consumed by negative emotions. They use their wisdom to evaluate the situation objectively, seeking lessons and growth opportunities. The philosopher may reflect on the impermanence of material possessions and the importance of cultivating inner tranquility and gratitude. They may find solace in knowing that their character and virtues are not dependent on external circumstances. They embrace the challenge as an opportunity to deepen their understanding of Stoic principles and to strengthen their resilience in the face of adversity. Through this process, the Stoic philosopher not only learns to detach their sense of well-being from external possessions but also gains a greater appreciation for the things that truly matter, their character, relationships, and the power of their own inner virtue. They emerge from the adversity with a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper understanding of their own strengths and values. In this example, the Stoic philosopher demonstrates how adversity can be viewed as an opportunity for growth. By embracing the challenge and applying Stoic principles, they transform a difficult situation into a catalyst for personal development, ultimately finding strength, wisdom, and fulfillment in the face of adversity. Part 3: Stoic Practices for Cultivating Happiness and Fulfillment. Stoicism not only provides insightful principles but also offers practical practices that can help individuals cultivate happiness and fulfillment in their lives. These practices aim to foster self-awareness, resilience, and a deeper understanding of one's own values and virtues. Let's explore some key Stoic practices. 1. Journaling and reflection. Stoics emphasize the importance of self-reflection and introspection. Keeping a journal can be a powerful tool in this regard. By regularly writing down one's thoughts, experiences, and reflections, individuals can gain a clearer understanding of their emotions, patterns of thinking, and areas for personal growth. Journaling provides a space for self-examination, allowing individuals to identify virtues they want to cultivate and areas where they can improve. 2. Negative visualization. Negative visualization is a Stoic practice that involves contemplating the impermanence of things we often take for granted. By envisioning the loss of loved ones, material possessions, or even our own lives, we develop a deeper appreciation for what we have in the present moment. This practice helps cultivate gratitude, reduce attachment to external outcomes, and enhance our ability to find contentment and fulfillment in the present circumstances. 3. Mindfulness and meditative practices. Mindfulness is a core Stoic practice that involves being fully present and aware in the current moment. By developing mindfulness, individuals can observe their thoughts, emotions, and reactions without becoming excessively identified or overwhelmed by them. Mindfulness meditation, breathing exercises, or other contemplative practices can help cultivate this state of heightened awareness, leading to greater clarity of mind and a sense of inner calm. 4. Virtue exercises. Stoics believe that the pursuit of virtue is essential for true fulfillment. Practicing virtue exercises can help individuals strengthen their character and align their actions with Stoic principles. For example, one might consciously practice acts of kindness, justice, or courage in everyday life. By intentionally embodying these virtues, individuals develop habits that enhance their well-being and contribute to the well-being of others. 5. Acceptance and reframing. Stoicism emphasizes accepting the present moment as it is, including adversities and challenges. This practice involves recognizing that external events are beyond our control and redirecting our focus to what is within our sphere of influence, such as our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. By reframing adversity as an opportunity for growth and learning, individuals can develop resilience, find meaning in difficult situations, and maintain a sense of inner peace and contentment. 6. Contemplation of mortality. Stoics often contemplate the inevitability of death as a means to cultivate a sense of urgency and appreciation for life. Reflecting on our mortality can help us prioritize what truly matters and live in alignment with our values. By recognizing the fleeting nature of life, individuals are motivated to make the most of each day, deepening their engagement with the present and fostering a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment. Stoic practices offer practical tools for individuals seeking happiness and fulfillment. By engaging in self-reflection, negative visualization, mindfulness, virtue exercises, acceptance, and contemplation of mortality, individuals can cultivate resilience, self-awareness, and a deeper understanding of their own values and virtues. These practices empower individuals to navigate life's challenges with wisdom, equanimity, and a sense of inner peace, ultimately leading to a more contented and fulfilling existence. 1. The dichotomy of control. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. Stoics emphasize that external events, such as wealth, fame, or the opinions of others, are beyond our control. True happiness and fulfillment, therefore, lie in focusing on what is within our sphere of influence, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. By directing our energy towards cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, and justice, Stoics believe we can find lasting happiness independent of external circumstances. 2. Virtue as the highest good. According to the Stoics, the pursuit of virtue is the path to true fulfillment. They define virtue as living in accordance with reason and the natural order of the universe. Virtuous actions are those aligned with wisdom, justice, temperance, and courage. Stoics argue that pursuing external goods, such as wealth or pleasure, can be fleeting and unreliable sources of happiness. In contrast, the cultivation of virtue leads to a more enduring and meaningful sense of fulfillment. 3.